Welcome to episode 2 of The Darkest Dungeon! I'm not going to do that every time, that's just dreadful. So, we're going to go out on our first mission. We've got our first 4 dudes. Let's get out there. We're going to go straight into this. I do need to put my headphone in because then I can hear the game, you idiot. So these are the 5 different locations that you can go to. They're all locked pretty much at the moment, apart from the ruins. So we'll go there. So this is the only one that's locked. Test yourself in the mad realm of your fallen ancestor. Take note of how the creatures have taken over, but don't delve too far. So we've just got to explore the dungeon that we're going to go in. We've only got 4 guys, so we don't really have any choice as to who's doing what. So these are the order in which they will. We'll get into the dungeon, actually. It'll be easy to explain. So, put your 4 guys in.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Nice. You'll take different supplies depending on what region you're going to, how long the quest is, and your own preferences. But always bring some food and torches. Your first short quest, try bringing us 8 food and 4 torches. So we've also got these from the previous quest, so we'll keep them in. So we'll go. I'm going for 12 food and 6 torches. I like to be prepared. We'll go for a key. There's these items can often do stuff. I'll explain torches when we get into it. Keys, we can unlock boxes and stuff. You know how keys work. I don't know why I'm explaining how keys work. We'll take a shovel to clear obstacles. I think that's what we'll go with. And then we will embark. This is only a short quest. So some quests are actually over multiple days where you'll have to actually camp in the dungeon. And that I did that like once when in my previous playthrough, and that's scary as shit. So these are nice and short ones, just to get used to the game. Your first expedition into the ruins of your ancestry. Be curious. Be careful. Ooh. Right click on a hero's image or portrait at any time to bring up a detail panel showing all the hero's quirks, skills and resistances. So these how they line up. This is very important. As we looked in previously, those where it says smite 1, above that, and there's those gold dots and red dots. So the gold dots are where he needs to be in those order of 4 people to be able to perform that smite skill. So to do smite, he needs to be in the first or the second row. So he's in the first row, that's good. And he can attack with that skill the 2 guys, the first and the second row of the enemy. Yeah, makes sense? Hope it does. So he's perfect to be your frontline guy. He can take a bit of punishment. He's got 33 hit points. He's not too stressed. All his abilities generally attack the front rows of theirs, so we'll stick him there. Next up, we've got the Plague Doctor. Now, to do his Noxious Blast, he needs to be the back 3 rows, which he's there. So, back 2 for his Plague Grenade, back 2 for his Blinding Gas, and anywhere for his like buffing thing. So we definitely want to move him back 1 so we can do all his skills. Next up, let's look at the Highwayman. We know he can do that from the front 3, the back 3, so that works as well. In the middle 2, and anywhere. So he's perfect where he is. Now this girl, she is your main sort of healer from what I sort of saw so far, my brief visitation with this game. So she has a Judgment, which does a bit of damage but also heals herself, which is quite good, and she can hit anyone, which is always handy because sometimes you'll have the big, as we saw in the tutorial, the big fat guy at the front that's taking the brunt of damage, and it's hard to get to the guys behind. That's one of the main tactics of this game. So okay, so she can do that from the back there. She's got a Dazzling Light. Oh, that's quite cool. It gives us torch +6. We'll show you more about that. A standard heal needs to be in the back 2, and a Hand of Light, which is more of a damaging spell, but I don't really want her to be in the front line, so we'll probably just have to ignore that for now. Occasionally, because there is skills that move you line, so somebody might shoot our front guy and he might send him to the back sort of thing, so they do get rearranged from time to time. So it's good that she's got something if she does go up front that she can hit someone with. But I think so, we're ready to go. So we're going to move into the first room. Move along. There's a torch here, we'll click that. You salvaged an unburned torch. We'll take that. Thank you very much. So this is torchlight. This is how much light you're currently seeing. It's nice and bright. You want to keep it bright because less monsters attack you. So we get plus scouting, and we're more likely to surprise monsters we come across. If we let that torch get too dim, then we're going to get surprised. We're going to get pounced on. The monsters become stronger because we're not seeing so well. So the plan is to keep your torch nice and high. So it's dropped a little bit, see now. So I'm just going to light up another torch. That's why it's always critical to carry on as many torches as you can. Ooh, skeletons. Okay, so we're up against undead. So I don't think poison's going to work against undead, really, is it? So I think we're going to embolden our front guy because he's got that smite. So let's make him stronger. Bleed, I'm pretty sure is not going to work against people with no blood. Yeah, as you can see, the resistance 200% against bleed. Blights 10%, so they can be blighted from our plague doctor. But let's go for a cheeky. It does do a lot of damage with the open vein anyway. Let's just go for a smash and bone in his face. See how much. They're pretty weak, these guys. Yes, he's dodged it. Right, so I'm going to zealous accusation. This hits the front two guys. See, the red dots are joined. That means it hits both of them. So we will use this.
Their formation is broken.
Yeah.
Maintain the offensive.
So we have an unlocked strong box. Okay. A lot of these are traps and shit. Okay, couple of shovels, a bust, which is our sort of currency type thing. Nice. Good so far. Nobody's dead. Always a bonus. So we've got a pile of rubble here.
Even the cold stone seems bent on
so we're going to use one
preventing
of our
passage.
shovels to clear that. Otherwise you get really stressed if you're digging away at it for ages. Get a bit of stress from the guys. It's a stressful time. See, these guys, this lady, yeah, we got boobs. It is a lady. They can do quite some damage, and they really stress people out. As you'd imagine, you'd shit yourself if you saw that. So I think we're going to go for like a three-way blast again. That works quite well. And then hopefully use the zealous accusation to finish them off. Right, we know they can be hit by blight, so we're going to... That's the back two rows, the blinding grenade, which will only hit her, because remember it's 4 rows at all times, so it's going to be her and nobody. Same with that, or we can go for that. So I think it's still worth doing that. There's a chance to stun, so let's do that. Stun her. Yes, that's fantastic. She's the one we've got to worry about. These guys aren't so much. Okay, that did hurt actually. Okay. So I think we can judge one of them. Let's judge one of them and heal ourselves. We don't need to heal ourselves, but we want to try and kill this wench first. Right, and we want a zealous accusation.
Continue the onslaught.
Nice.
When
most monsters die, they leave corpses. Corpses act as temporary obstacles and will eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but often a better approach is to use range skills, push-pull skills, and even the corpse-clearing special skills that some heroes possess. Monsters killed with bleed, blight, or crits leave no corpses at all. So I would still have to go through this to get to her a lot of the time. Right, I think we go for another. If we can keep her stunned so she doesn't do anything to scare them, it would be fantastic. Oh, she's resisted it. Okay, so I think we...
As
finish
the
him off.
falls,
We get a bit more torch. That
faint
still allows us
hope
to get a bit more
blossoms.
torch, which is good. I think we can open a vein, although she doesn't... Oh no, we can't do it on her, can we? No, we'll have to shoot her again or sort of snipe her.
Press
Oh,
disadvantage.
that is wonderful.
Give them no quarter.
Didn't see that coming, did you? Nice. Bit of
This
jade,
expedition
but
at least promises success.
good, it does. We're doing well. This is the best I think I've done the tutorial. You can die in the tutorial. People will die. It's going to happen a lot. Let's check our map. So we've got another 5 rooms to go. So we basically have to visit every room to complete this quest. Torch is getting a little bit low. Always keep an eye on that. Just keep that topped up. We found a rucksack. The pack contains loot. Oh, a key and a protection stone. I think that's an item that you can put on the character. Oh, it's Wolverine's ugly cousin. Okay, that looks... So she does no damage, but she stresses people out massively. Okay, so she's already moved, so there's no point in stunning her. So I think we... blight one of these, dude. He's not immune to it, is he? Only 20% immunity to that. Let's blight you. Oh, Wolverine, have some of that. Yeah, so it's basically like poison or bleeding. Okay, let's try to stun him. Oh, that's annoying. And I think we go... Is he going to bleed? He's got flesh. He should bleed. Yep, he is going to bleed. And I'm going to bleed. He just looks dangerous. So he's bleeding and he's poisoned. And then we're going to try and finish him off with a zealous accusation. And he
surges as the enemy crumbles.
That's really good. Before he even got... Oh, that's nasty damage. The skeleton... Skeletons aren't supposed to be useful. Okay, Day of the Tentacle Tail. So look, there you go. So that's what we were talking about. He's been knocked to the back. Some of his skills have become unusable, but he can still take a pot shot, and that's the main thing. So we're gonna... And then we're gonna increase damage of you. So you can go and kill that skeleton next round, hopefully. Try and stun the skeleton, and we've missed entirely. Fantastic. Okay, we're taking a bit of damage this one. Let's go just good old head chop. Right, he's dead. Right, now she's a bit more vulnerable. She's got one corpse in front of her. Another pot shot. You can rearrange during a fight, but it does take up your turn, so sometimes it's better off in these slightly easier fights is just to wait till the end of the fight, and then you can rearrange to your heart's content. Let's just poison it. Now, how do you like that? Oh, you liked it quite a lot. What about some judgment? I cast Right, what about a zealous accusation? Yes. Let's treat that one. Cheeky little boob holder.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a
blast.
slow and insidious killer.
Yes, it is. Right, is it locked? Oh, hidden compartment. So even if it's not locked, you usually can open those, but then you get more stuff if you basically use a key. Shovel, some crescents, and cash. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're doing okay. The food is used to heal your party. It only heals one, so you can click on a guy. Let's actually move him while I remember. I always forget to move him back. So you can click on guy and you'll get 1 or 2 health from each food. There's a maximum. But you do need to save some, because through the journey you'll get a little prompt sometimes saying, oh, that your guys are really hungry if you don't have enough food for 1 each. So save 4 or 8 food. Then they get really stressed and pissed off and stuff. So okay, the torch is going out, the light is fading. The current torch level greatly affects many mechanics in the game. The darker it gets, the harder things, but the better the rewards. Right click on a torch. So yeah, so you get more stuff from it, but we're obviously low level, so we don't want to fight in the dark. That's not the brightest idea. And we just walked into a trap. Amazing. First 2 guys didn't, last guys, it's Egypt. Doesn't seem to be anything here, so we'll move on to it. So we go, what's the best way to do this? There and then back up and around, or there? There's probably that. Okay, more torch. No torches. Someone look out for traps.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Tell me after. You could have told me before we walked into the... Okay, cut of skellies and a crossbow. Oh, we've been surprised because the light's low, so that's rearranged our order, which is not ideal. But we've got one of the good guys at the front. Right, let's go for his... I do like this grape shot because you can do some damage to the whole row. I'm going to try and stun the crossbow guy because I remember him doing lots of damage. Stun you, stun you, stun you? Yes, please. Thank you. You can move back because you're not very good up front at all. You can't actually do much at all. And he's just been slashed a bit. Oh, he's a bit low. He can do nothing at the back, which is really annoying. Oh,
a dizzying blow to body and brain.
Stinger. Okay, we're getting low here, people. Do I take a shot with him or do I... No, I think we just take a shot. They can't bleed, those front two, but they can take some damage. Okay, we're just going to have to try and do that. That is dreadful. That is not enough, but the shot does buff me to do more damage next turn. So, right, we need to get this guy to the back. We need to bring our Crusader forward. He's taking a ton of damage. Okay, heal the Crusader. Consider yourself healed. Consider yourself. Okay. It's one of my favourite spells versus the undead. There's a dead. A dead's dead. He's doubly dead. Okay, he is getting... I know your wounds are mounting. I can see your little red bar. Just don't die on me just yet. Alright, please. Alright, try and stun the crossbowman again. So kind of like get to the back guys or keep them stunned while you kill the sort of crap up front. That's the plan. There we go, right. We've got a better go for heal. You can't really do anything apart from attack already dead bodies. So I'm going to send him to the front. Okay, you can have a pot shot. Ah, we needed that to kill him. Okay, this should kill him, shouldn't it? Play grenade. Play grenade! There we go. Okay, that hurts. That hurts. Hurty lots.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Good. What have we got? Holy fountain. So you can just try and investigate, or you can put stuff in that you might think might be useful. What about holy water in the holy fountain? Yeah, that made sense. Oh, I should have. Okay, I should have selected somebody else. They may have actually helped them. Oh no! You two swap around. Okay, we're going to need to eat some more food here. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. We'll save 4 in case we get one of those hunger things. We haven't got too many rooms to do now. Back to there. Need a torch, See, this is why I take extra, you see. The little bit of food, is, although it's only 2 hit points, is quite helpful. In there, please. And then we're going to go to this room. Got a backpack. Bit of loot, nice. Often these are quite bad things. A bounty hunter helmet. Looks very pretty. I'm happy just to get to the end of this now. We're too low for a big fight. Yeah, there we go. There's the hunger. See, if you don't have enough hunger, you get eat nothing, take 20% damage plus stress damage. Yeah. Right, so we're all out of food now. I'm 9. We've got 5 food. We've got 5 food. Did I find some? I can't remember. Oh, excellent. There was nobody in that last. I was expecting some boss battle. So I won't leave just yet so I can show you. So we've done our 90%, you see. That means we can leave. But there's still one room to go. The scouting that occasionally happens there, we saw the scouting, shows you what's in the next corridor. So there's an obstacle and then there's a battle with treasure. And it's treasure. We're going to get treasure. So we know there's no trap here, which is good. We know there's an obstacle here, but we have a spade, so that's not a problem. Going to use up our last torch for the last battle. Hopefully, we might be able to survive this. Oh, shit. These are horrible. These do damage. They cause a massive amount of stress. Okay. people, everybody needs to chill out. Okay, we've got a bone defender who's just obviously a big tank. 25% protection. We've got just a... Yeah, see, the tempting goblet is horrible because it causes so much stress damage. Right. None of them can bleed, can they? So we can ignore that. So I say we take this shot that gives us the buff, rather. So let's shoot the bone. Here we are. Only does a little bit of damage, but it buffs us for next round. It's more of a future concept. Okay, we can blight these two guys with a nice plague grenade. Just to start getting them
Devastating blow.
When you get a crit, you actually get a bit of stress relief, which is quite cool. And then I'm going to try and stun somebody. I don't know if the tank does much damage, or he literally is just a tank, because the graveyard slash. These are the only two that have got moves left, so I'll do him. Oh, fuck's sake, you keep missing, woman. See, that's what happens when you miss, yeah? Somebody almost dies. Right, accusation, it's good to get stuff there. Oh,
The
that's
ground
lovely.
quakes.
Thou art judged! Indeed. Okay, he doesn't do much damage. Okay, we need to start doing some damage to these guys. Right, we're going to go for a pistol shot.
A powerful blow.
That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. The blight kicking in. Ooh. Right, heal. There is certain objects you can use in the game to sort of, as your turn, you can clear like poisons and stuff. There's no point in stunning him, he's already gone. Let's go for a noxious blast on that dude. Nice. Okay, good, he's gone for the wrong guy, he's got full health. Right, this should finish one of them. Big fat guy still hanging at the top. Oh my lord, that is really close to being deaded. Right, take another pot shot at the guy in the back. That's very good. The blight should kill him, I think. I'll blight you.
The
Yes.
slow death.
But he could have died if he'd
Unforeseen.
not done that. If he'd got a
Unforgiving.
turn. If he'd got a turn, that could have been disgustingly ugly. Okay. Old, what's his name? Dismas. I thought he said Dismiss. I didn't really think that was his name. But right. Might as well use our key up. What we got? Okay. A couple of purple stuff is basically your currency for all the different buildings, so that's good. We have completed our first proper quest, and nobody has died. Although Dismas is a bit stressed. Yeah. It gets to 100, it gets crazy. When it gets to 100, it gets crazy. It does all sorts of weird shit. Sometimes it can be good, but most of the time it's bad. Gets stressed out. And then if it goes again to another 100 to get to 200, I think they just have a heart attack and die. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But I need names for these guys. So get commenting. Give me your names. I think movie characters would be a fun name branch. Try and get it to link to the character if you can. Look at all that. Look at all that goodies. Very nice. Load of cash. Collected some treasure. We found some extra food. Oh, this bit always scares me. So we've all leveled up. Their first mission. Okay. Be good. Be good. Be good. A cove tactician is good. Plus 15% damage in the cove, which is one of the areas you can explore. Fantastic. Melon. Is that his name? Melon. He's a kleptomaniac. Brilliant. He likes stealing shit. He's going to steal stuff. Excellent. Early riser. That's good. 2 speed if torch above 75. Okay, so keep the torch lit and he's good to go. Vativille. Resolution. In town, will never drink. They get a lot worse than that. I'm quite happy with that. That's fantastic. Everybody's alive.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Over time, some negative quirks will lock into place and become severe. Severe negative quirks cost much more to remove in a sanitarium. Okay, so as you can see, we've got 4 guys here, but we can only ever take 4 with us on a mission. But he's quite stressed, so what I need to do is maybe put him in the pub, get him a hooker, get him some drugs, various ways we can cure the stress. So there we go, but we'll do that in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Let me know what you think of this series. I'm really enjoying it. I love Darkest Dungeon. For the brief time I played it, I thought this is going to be great for the channel. So it's going to get serious though. Shit's going to go down and people are going to die. That's all I've got to say. So please leave a comment if you're enjoying it. Please start thinking of some names. We need some names, because these ones, the default ones, are rubbish. So give me some names. Names now. In there. Do it. One each. If you've watched this, you've got to give at least one name suggestion. And who you want it for, obviously. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're new for tons more comment. I'm going to be uploading videos like a really prolific uploader of videos over the coming months. So get subscribed. Get to 500. We're doing a big giveaway. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.